Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say? Oh goodness, falling apart here, you guys. It's my last reading of the night. Okay, so our card is the Fool. And if you've seen, it was, I think, 2 weeks ago, I did a reading for Virgo and I had the Magician card, and I always think that the Magician card looks like the Fool card in the Thoth deck, so I got mixed up, but this one for sure is the Fool card. So we have the Fool. We have a sense of not being restrained by anything, kind of uninhibited merriment, possibly, a connection with all things from the top to the bottom, because there is not that, sense of self-judgment, judgment of things around, just kind of existing as a fool would. Right? Just going about the business of existing and living in reality, kind of, I don't know, you just kind of picture somebody who's just outside of the norm, maybe a little bit othered, on the fringe, right? Okay, so where are we going to start here? This first one I'm seeing is we have a flame here. We have something that looks like an angel, a large angel. Okay, and it looks like it's kind of holding a goose, maybe that golden goose, right? I feel that there really are the joys of accomplishment. It feels like everything has come together. There has been a lot of work going into whatever this project is. I think that it is nearing the end, okay? It feels like a beloved project, a beloved endeavor. Maybe the end of a job, a project within your work, maybe a creative pursuit, whatever it is. You have put your heart and soul and a lot of time into it, okay? And I feel that with this goose, in this kind of angelic configuration that you are in, there is a sense of being very pleased, very confident. I think that, through this process, there's been much inspiration, okay? We're talking to Leo here. So sometimes you all can kind of get ahead of yourselves a bit. I think that some of the things that maybe hindered portions of this work, sometimes made it a little difficult. But I think a lot of that was you get so excited, impassioned. You just want to create, get in there, continue to, just be in that zone, that flow. Sometimes you lose perspective, okay? And so that maybe was a little bit, maddening at times. Sometimes you couldn't figure out how to get things worked out or which way to go with it. But I feel like there was a lot of growth here in these portions where things were not easy. Okay. We also have a fish right here, and to me, that says, you know, there's an abundance. This is, you know, just a wonderful time. Really, you've caught your catch, right? You've done that work. It is working out for you. You are just, you know, floored, I think, with all that has happened. And now, you know, I think we have a beautiful little bird kind of sitting on a nest. Okay, so to me, this says this energy is going to continue on. I feel that there is truly a sense of this next while kind of really being quite fruitful for you. Okay, I think, you know, there will be kind of this, with that flame, we have this renewed sense of motivation, inspiration, creativity, but also the ability to create resources. I think that this is going to be very much in line with a financial endeavor. Maybe being able to monetize whatever kind of creative work you do. Or finding some kind of work or gig that will support your creative outlets, okay? But I really see that, you know, you are really going to protect this thing that you have manifested. Not only manifest, I mean, you have worked, you've constructed this thing from the ground up. So this isn't just like you said some, you know, sacred utterances and sprinkled some fairy dust and this thing, you know, appeared. No, this is blood, sweat, and tears. You have spent a lot of time. You have done a lot of, you know, tinkering. And at times it probably has been, you know, devastating and disheartening. Any kind of business, you know, trying to bring concepts into reality, creating, being a creative person, these things can definitely, you know, really strain you when you run into blockages, okay, and feel like, oh, I'm never going to figure this out. I can't get everything kind of in the right place so I can focus on this thing. And probably there have been life events that have also, you know, been difficult to focus on this work, but you figured it out, and that's the big thing here. We have another little bird here, and this one looks more like a little sparrow or a finch, or, you know, like one of those little songbirds. And these are full of life. I have talked about this in another reading. I love other readings. I love watching them in my backyard. They live in a lot of the bushes, the honeysuckles and things, and they're so cute. They just kind of bop around and, you know, do their little flying, and they're in the grass looking for stuff, and in the bird baths and things. But these little guys will scrap. I mean, they are vicious. They do not put up with anything from one another. And so they're just little ferocious beings. And it's just really interesting to watch the politicking that goes on between them. And so I feel, you know, this is not, although, you know, I can't say you're like a tiny, cute little bird, but, you know, a Leo has that spirit of politicking, using your words well, you know, having usually a pretty decent mastery of rhetoric, being able to charm, be charming, and that creative side as well. And all of this kind of comes together and really makes you probably a quite delightful person. And so I think that, you know, in this time of abundance, prosperity, just kind of really, no, buddy. Come on. I see you. Go on. I know. Go to the couch, please. I gotta keep the cat off of here. Okay. In this time of all these wonderful kinds of energies coming together, I think, and here he comes anyways, mister. All right. I do think that this will be a wonderful time for networking as well. Come on. Can you say hello and then move? Look up here. Okay. Come on. I know you're blessing the reading. You're probably tired. It's getting late. But you have to get down. Come on. I know I love you. Come on. Can you get out of the frame at least? Come on. Come on. Oh, you big boy. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Oh, goodness, that cat. He's a big boy there. Okay. So, networking. Totally, and I apologize for that. I know some of you love seeing the cat. Hopefully, that is you. But yes, networking, and this is going to really help impact this creative cycle that you're going through, this financial boom that I think will be happening in this next year, right? And I'm talking about the next year because it's Leo season. So your birthdays are coming up or they have passed. And you know, what better time to think about what is my next year going to look like? And I really think that you know, with the right kind of focus and openness and devotion to your work, you really are going to have a good year. Okay. Now, I do see we have a person kind of running towards this other person, and I feel like there's a big connection happening. Okay, there seems to be quite a lot of love here. We also have this, it looks like almost like some kind of mage or something holding a flame. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of really this divinely, a divinely blessed union. Okay, and this might be parts of self. This one almost looks like a giant rat, but it's not. Okay, here's the arms and the head is right here. But when you look at it in a certain way, it does look like kind of a giant rat wearing a dress, maybe. But no, it is a person running towards this other person, and yeah. So I think this is kind of a divinely blessed thing. Might be parts of self, right? Really working on integrating more deeply. This could be truly a romantic relationship. This could be a rekindling of an existing relationship, or kind of a renewal of an old relationship. Okay. And so I think that there's, you know, always a lot of love in the lives of Leos, but this one seems to be almost kind of like the universe is putting it in your path. We also have this fire here, another little fire, and it looks like we have kind of a serpent coming out of it. So really this feeling of that real vital element of creativity, of life-giving, vitality, coupled with this deep serpent wisdom, right? Really just a lot of knowledge happening, but also the transmutation of knowledge into wisdom through these creative processes, and possibly through, you know, acts of love, of of selflessness, service to love, to honoring, you know, the people in your life that you are also devoted to. Okay. So it seems like we have a big year ahead, a lot of good things. And I'm really, really interested to see how this kind of plays out week to week. I really, you know, Leo sometimes can be kind of a little bit more, how shall I say, a little bit more frivolous in your actions. But I don't, although we have this Fool card, I don't feel like that's it. I feel like you're just really, really throwing off the constraints of your overthinking. I think that sometimes when you get too in your head, you are worried about perception, about making the right choices all the time. You're not going off of gut instinct. That is when you become pretty stifled and don't have the ability to kind of move freely within your creativity. But when you are in this Fool zone, that's when things are just flowing for you. Okay. All right. And I kind of just feel like we have the Cup. We have kind of like the Dipper almost, right? A sense of not only these brilliant fires, but a sense of your cup being filled. So feeling like the things that you're doing are worthwhile. They're meaningful. They are filling your emotional spheres, your spiritual spheres. You're feeling quite together, right? Meaning, there's a lot of meaning. Everything is kind of has a purpose, and it feels very worthwhile. Okay, so this is, I mean, everything seems really nice this week, at least. I know that I'm talking about the year ahead. So far, in the way that this is configured, it looks like it's going to be a good year. But like I said, we'll see week to week what's going on. All right. Leo, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps the channel get into the algorithm, and we are growing. We just went over 13K. Hopefully we'll be at 14K pretty soon here in the next few days. You know, and I appreciate all of you for spending the time watching the video. The longer you do watch the readings, the better the engagement, and that's also really helpful. Also, sharing the video, I guess, is really does a lot for the algorithm as well. So taking it off, just, you know, off onto other social medias, like, you know, wherever. So let's see, other than that, if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. I don't want you to miss any. So, you know, also between now and the next Leo reading, you can watch your other placements, your Venus. I know Venus is in retrograde, so you know, I don't know what's going on with the readings, but there's been a lot of trouble in love. So we're lucky to see this lovely, this kind of union happening. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read them all. I try to get back to them as soon as I can. Things have been really busy, so I'm about a day behind on my comments, but I will, I'm trying to catch up to them. There's been a lot, so that's good. I love connecting with you all, and I really try to you know, reply more than a word or two for each one. I do read them, and they you know, they really keep me wanting to do these readings, knowing that people are resonating. And also just, I mean, some of you have been around since you know, the first few months of the channel, and I've really gotten to know you through your comments. So I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to thank you, and we will talk again very soon.